Hello, my name is Lucas Ercana, and I will be presenting my recipe book website or recipe app, as I like to call it. We're given a task by CodeAlpha to generate a recipe book website where the user is supposed to be able to add a recipe, or people are supposed to share recipes with each other and be able to add, edit, and delete recipes. Okay, so we're supposed to use HTML, CSS, HTML for structure, CSS for styling, and JavaScript for the interaction. All right, so let's get into it. So this is how the app looks like, and you are able to actually get it online as well. I will provide the link in the group in the description, so you can actually have a look for yourself. All right, so you once you have the application in front of you, uh, you will be able to sign up. And as soon as this application or the option for signing up comes up, you can actually put in, let's say, for instance, John as a username, and then John at gmail.com. And if you try to put in a password that is less than 7 characters, this message will pop up. Okay, so make sure that you have 7 characters in your password so that you'll be signed up. All right, so now once we have John there, we can actually now sign in. See if John. Okay, there we go. So once you have the application, you see there's some recipes in here that need to be deleted, but I'll get to them now. Just wanted to show you how the application looks like. You can also do a search. First thing that is so amazing about this application is you can do a search for these recipes. Okay, we don't really have a lot of recipes right now, but this is what we have for the moment. So if you can't find it, so let's say for instance you can view in here. It's 30 minutes in there, and and if you click on edit, let's say for instance we want the South African there, we can actually, you see that it is 20 minutes and it was created by Chef Jane. So we want it to be 30 minutes. So let's just click on edit there, and where it says 20 minutes, maybe we can make it 30 minutes. And then we click on save, and you'll notice a message will pop up there for 2 seconds, and close that. And then you can see it has now changed to 30 minutes. Okay, the preparation time. Okay, and you can just as well change it back again if you like. And yeah, now you'll notice that um, you don't have an option for deleting. You have an option for editing, but you don't have an option for deleting. That's because this person that has signed in is a new user and has not added a recipe yet. Okay, so let's say for instance we wanted to add a recipe. There's a recipe called African Jollof. Okay, it's not there. So if we search, it's not there as well. So let's, if that message will pop up to say that that has not been found. So we can actually now click on add new recipe and just add it up there. You can put a random description there. For now, I'm just gonna, so to save on time, and just put on some ingredients there and so on, and some instructions. Okay, sorry for, I'm just rushing through this. Don't want to spend too much time on this. Okay, so we'll have that, and then we can have time there. Let's say time to prepare. Let's say 10 minutes. You just need 10 minutes to prepare, and then you need 30 minutes to actually cook, or maybe you can make even 70 minutes. Then we can serve for 6 people, and this is African cuisine. And which course it is? It's the main course, and you can paste here an image or a link to an image. Okay, and then you can click on submit. Okay, so as soon as we have all the records, and we can just click submit, and there is the recipe added, and this pops up again if you want to add again. But if you don't want to add anymore, you can just click on recipe up here, and you'll notice that the African jollof has now been added. And when you try to do a search, just type African or Afri, and you see they will display both of them. Okay, and of course we can now edit here, and we can see now this. Okay, this was created by the admin. So okay, right. So that is editing, and then deleting. You can now delete there. You can delete this. All these recipes were edited by the admin. Actually, the admin has access to everything. Right. So that is the application, and I think I've fulfilled all the tasks that were required of me. The ability to actually edit, add, uh, and delete a recipe. Okay. All right. So moving on to the code. What did I do? I actually used Node.js to create a backend. I created a backend here with the Node.js, and I wrote some code in here where I actually created a model for the recipes, and then a model for the users. And this is where these items were actually generated, the fields here, so that and they're connected to the MongoDB. Okay, so this is the MongoDB that I'm using. I'm using MongoDB to actually store the backend. I'm also using Cyclic to deploy and connect to the backend or to MongoDB. Okay, so basically I'm going through that, and then it's actually able to actually connect to that and store the data. This is now the routes. This is the recipe route. This is where we actually delete and edit, and also basically update. We use the update function up here, and which actually called the put. And then we use the get to actually get all the recipes, and then we use the post to actually post all the recipes, and so on. And then it's the same for the users. We also actually have the ability to delete and add, and this allows for me to be able to sign up the users. And that is just the back end. And then the front end, this is now the main file is basically the index.html, and this file is where everything happens. This is the structure of the website, and in here we have some code or some JS modules that I'm actually importing so that I can be able to actually modify all the codes, all the functionality of the application. Okay, so my favorite part of this code is basically the login part. Actually, let's rather say the recipe part, because I love this one so much. It's the one that actually is able to pop up to generate the pop-up menus that you are seeing, and also the search functionality that you are seeing. I use some event listeners here to listen to the buttons. The moment you click on the button, then it's going to search through that, and then it's going to display a single search functionality up here, and it's actually going to be calling onto a bunch of functions, or actually just one specific function, and then generate the search functionality and update by the ID. Okay, according to the buttons. And then it's also going to add the button up here so that you can be able to add a new if it doesn't find any information or any recipe with in your search. Then it's also going to generate, this is actually now generating the um, okay, this one is the one that is creating the items, and then up here you have your for the delete. Okay, so this is actually the one that generates all of them, all the recipes, and puts them up onto the page together with the delete, and then the view recipe, and so on. And then also the edit button that's also there, and I have some event listeners here that will listen to the delete button, and then also listen to, and this is the functions that will handle the deletion, going to the API and deleting. And then this is also the one that is for the edit, so that you can be able to edit the document, populate all the content based on the button that you click on, which is allocated by the ID when you click on it. And yeah, this is basically my favorite part of the code. Yeah, if there are any more questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in there. Um, this was a very great task that was provided by CodeAlpha. Thank you so much, guys. Um, okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the app and you visit the website in the description.